Right. Hi, guys. Um, Hope you're all doing well this Friday, wherever you are around the world. Um, Before I get to it, I just want to bring to your attention that I do personal portfolio TA recordings as well, weekly. All you'll need to do is just send me your coins or email me a list of your coins or even stocks on normal regulated stock exchanges, and I'll do the TA for you. It is an added service, so just have a look at the Bitfolio crypto consultancy page, and the services are listed there. And just pop me an email if you would like to subscribe, so I can do the live TA feeds for you. As mentioned, all you need to do is just send me a list of your stocks or coins. I'll do the TA for you via video, and I will then email that to you weekly. Right, let's get started. And we are looking at BTC. Just so you guys know, I will be doing 1 to 2 videos per week, just to keep you updated with regard to Bitcoin only at this stage. So nonetheless, all right, let's move on. So last week we said that, or we acknowledged that we were in the sideways movement over here, understanding that that a breakout either way was imminent. Obviously, we didn't really know that we were going to have this little upside breakout because of such bearish movement. And so my target was originally the $5,800 mark. That was invalidated when we tested that 6.9 for the second time and actually broke through. So now that we've broken through that $6,900 mark, our next target is in fact $7,500. There are two indicators that suggest this. One is our downtrend line. As we can see, if I just pull this back, give me a sec, there we go. We can see multiple times that we stayed beneath this downtrend line and got rejected at the top. So with that being said, our downtrend line sits at the $7,500 mark, but the more or the longer we trade sideways, the lower we will find the roof of this resistance. So should we find resistance at this point here and say we trade all the way to the side here, our resistance will then be 7.2, for example. So the faster we break out from here at this very important 6,750 level, which is this massive support at this level here, which is my red line. We just touched that yesterday and retracted, but nonetheless, we will probably retest this line, and that will be the real test of whether we are actually going to continue going back up or simply come back down. So let's watch the 6,750 level carefully. If we break downwards, we will probably also, if we break through the 6,750 barrier, we will probably see a lower valued Bitcoin. Otherwise, if we bounce off here like we did the first time, we will probably see that 7,500. With regards to our RSI, we're still sitting below the 60 mark, so we still have a bit of room to run up. I've been testing this new indicator known as a DMI, which is known as a directional movement indicator. And essentially, what it says is that as long as the green is above the blue, which the blue is the ADX, so as long as the green is above the blue, that the bears are in control. Sorry, that the bulls are in control rather. And if the red is above the blue, like at this point we saw over here, that the bears were in control. So it's a nice indicator. We're not going to rely on it too much, but it's just an extra added suggestion for us to assume where the market may be headed to. Let's have a look at our Bitcoin shorts and longs as well to get an idea. So the shorts have come down drastically from where we were last week at that almost 40,000 level, which is our previous all-time high. So the fact that we have broken down in shorts means that there are less people who believe that the market is going to go down in the short term, and probably this volume are out of this market, and a portion have bought into the longs. So essentially, it's a nice indication of us, for us rather, that the market is going to be headed upward in the short term. If we look at the Bitcoin longs, So we've got an increase and a nice little accumulation. Not too much, but nonetheless, it is an accumulation in the upward. So there are more longs than there were last week. So again, a nice little indication proving or suggesting rather that we will that we'll be seeing a short-term uptrend. Let's have a look at our coin farm BitMEX index. So we have at the bottom over here our shorts versus our longs. We can see that it's very, very even with the longs slightly above the shorts, essentially, giving us that edge that more people believe, or the sentiment on BitMEX specifically believe that the market is headed upward rather than down. Let's have a look at the 4 exchanges and what the sentiment is there. So at the moment, we're looking at sort of light buys across all 4 exchanges. So all 4 exchanges are on the sentiment ultimately believe that the market is going to be going up. So nice little added tools for us to see that the 7.5 is in fact our next target, as well as our fear and greed index, which generally states that, well, currently we in extreme fear, so that generally states that we have a nice little buying opportunity. So in extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity as defined by this website. So let's go back to this point over here and conclude on what we're saying, essentially. Let's pull the BTC back up. Where are you? Sorry, BTC USD. There we go. Okay, so ultimately what we're saying in conclusion is we are feeling more bullish than we are bearish with regard to the short-term retracement. We do, however, need to make sure that we stay above the 6750. So that's an important level for us to watch. So if you're in the market, just watch the 6750 level. And if you're looking to get out at that 7,500, that would ultimately be the mark. Another perspective completely, if we do break out through this trend line at this point here, that could indicate a short-term reversal or even a double top, which at this point would be the $8,500 mark. We would have to first break through the 78.6 level, which is, quite a strong barrier for us. So it would be, just under $8,000. So let's watch this. So to conclude, 6750 on the down, we need to stay above that to make sure that we headed up. And should we break through this downward trend, we will likely see an $8,000 Bitcoin. And if we break through that, we will then obviously see the double top forming at the $8,500. So those are your targets. And ultimately, again, I just want to stress that this is third-party information that I'm providing you. This information should be used in alignment with your strategies, whether you're a trader or an investor. I'm not one, to believe in trading or investing on third-party information. Rather, do your own analysis, your own strategies, and use experienced traders and investors' advice to kind of guide you to ensure that you are on the right track. And that's it. So with that being said, I'll conclude on that point and wish you all a lovely weekend ahead. And I will touch base with you guys next week, Friday. If there's any other market moves before that, I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop and do a video before then as well. So other than that, cheers, guys, and we'll chat soon. Ciao.